Hey, what is going on everybody? It's me, Euro here, and today we are going to be doing a 120,000 mile video update of my W204 C350. Now, yesterday I did a recent oil change. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make a proper video. I had to resort to my GoPro because I forgot my recording equipment. I did an oil change, inspected the undercarriage of this car, and I had a couple of bad news actually for my 120,000 mile update. Specifically, this car only has 600,000 miles something. I might as well just make 120,000 miles because I mean, what's the difference, right? I've driven this for about 8,000 miles this year, a complete reduction in comparison to last year. I drove over 35,000, I believe, last year alone. That's good for the car. I don't have to drive it as much. However, there are a couple of things we need to really talk about regarding this car. We have a couple of things wrong with it. I found out that the steering rack is actually showing signs of leaking, seepage. That's not good because if the steering rack is leaking, it must have hit something really hard on the road. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Baltimore is Baltimore. We have a lot of potholes here. Really, that's gonna be an expensive job. I'm not gonna do that myself. When you're messing with the steering, power steering and whatnot, that's a lot of stuff to take off and do this and do that. You better to just give it to someone who actually knows how to do this. Two, the link sway bars are actually falling apart to the point where you could literally see the boot cracking and whatnot. So that's actually not too bad. I can do that myself. However, I am seeing some signs of the tires going bad on the inner side of the tire. That is mainly because the alignment is getting bad to the point where the tires are wearing in a weird pattern. That's also because of the link sway bars. I've done alignment on this car twice every 6 months. So the fact that alignment is getting bad, that means that the link sway bars are going out. And I don't want to lose these expensive Michelin Pilot Sport tires because these tires are about $1,000. These tires are Michelin Pilot Sports and they can get pricey. I don't want to burn $1,000 in less than 2 years. Another thing we need to keep in mind with this car is the brakes. Brake pads are going bad. I do have a couple of things in mind for the braking system of this car. One, you could literally actually upgrade it to a bigger C43 AMG, which is a W205 rotors. You do need some kind of caliper clips or something from a E550 or something like that, but that is a possibility. However, it can get pricey, and I'm not sure if these 17-inch rims would actually clear that. We'll see what happens. If not, I'm just gonna go ahead and choose the safest route and just slap on some upgraded brake pads. All right, so interior-wise on this car, it's okay. I mean, some things are falling apart, like one of the air vents. I put my phone on it. It's a phone mount. I have a phone mount on the air vent. And one day last year, it just completely broke. Very unfortunate. The buttons actually are going bad as well. That's very common for these era of Mercedes with their soft touch plastic, just completely falling apart. The funny part about this is that I actually don't even really touch these buttons, like the little number pad on the stereo system. Reason why they wore off is because I actually keep cleaning the car to the point where whenever I rub or wipe them off from all the dust, it just peels off. I'm not gonna complain. This car is indeed over a decade old at least. If you're gonna complain about that, then this car is not meant for you. Now, I have worked on the cam plugs, the cam magnets, the camshaft position sensors. Those things are the most common issues that leak out oil because of the gasket over time, over a decade old. Those plastics, those rubber seals, they'll just disintegrate. A lot of people neglect, especially the camshaft adjusters, aka cam magnets. Those are one of the most common issues. If you leave it as is, eventually all those oil seeping out of those gaskets will get into the harness and it will cause a lot of ghost codes, lots of readings on your computer, and it causes a lot more problems than the usual. I highly recommend replacing those. It's at the front of the engine. My last video was basically showing you guys how to replace that. The cam plugs are also one of those things that people really just forget. Oil leaks out of the cam plugs. They're essentially plastic cam plugs. I made a video as well. Once they leak out, go into the exhaust and you'll smell all the oil fumes, and it's not good for the cabin. It makes you nauseous. Now, overall, this car has been tremendously reliable. I've never really had to face any real consequences by owning this car. Sure, the expensive maintenance is definitely one of those pain in the ass moments. The cam plugs cost about 60 bucks and you need 4 of them, as well as the camshaft position sensors, which are about 20 to 30 bucks each. So it definitely adds up, but once you take care of those initial common issues, this car has never been a problem. I think what I'm scared of is the steering rack, but I definitely need your opinions about that regarding the steering rack and what I need to do. Maybe check it out, maybe put some anti-leak liquid moly additive or something on the power steering system and see if it fixes that. I definitely noticed the steering wheel just a tiny bit heavier than usual, but nothing to be concerned of yet. The motor on this is really fantastic, really smooth. Do your diligence of taking care of it and it will take care of you. I travel a lot with this car, and even now, even if I only driven this about 8,000 miles the past 7 months, it's been really great. This car will definitely be in the long term. I don't really see myself replacing it. I've been trying to actually search for some replacements, but it's just hard to find a car that's naturally aspirated, reliable, good quality, German. Even the newer W205, it just doesn't hit as much as a W204 or even a W203, which I also have. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and I want to definitely hear your opinions about the condition of my car. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.